All right, we're recording here. Toshi, thanks for sending this in. Let's see if I can help you out with some tips on the downwind. I've already kind of taken a quick look through it, and a lot of the stuff is like hindsight, could have, should have type of stuff. But hopefully, from that, we can kind of learn like timing on the waves and maybe just some of the ideas of where your body should be in these positions. Because a lot of the times it just has to do with like where you are on the wave and the direction you are to the wind. So sometimes there's just tiny little body movement cues that look sort of out of rhythm that we can optimize as we go. So just playing it along here, the first thing I see is your boom vang tension is quite loose. The handle's all the way at the end and the boom is up quite high. Can't really see your leech to confirm that, but judging from this, I would say for this condition, boom vang too loose. You'd probably want to pull on about 3 to 5 inches, I would say, of gap between the handle and the block mechanism at the bottom of the vang. That would be my first bit of feedback here. So let's play it through and I'll see what we can get. This is a nice little by the lead press here, so I can tell that you definitely have lots of rig load. The direction you're going is absolutely correct. You're going to need to go laterally in this wave because if you square up right now, you won't overtake, you'll just plow it. So you need to go laterally until you find a flatter spot, so this makes total sense. And I can see that your habit here is instead of flattening the boat out to round it up, you start using your rudder here and you initiate a little bit of turn with the rudder while still having windward heel. So that's just a tiny bit of a conflict there, so a tiny bit of rudder drag. Ideally, if you back up just for a second here, you would have been going into this position, pressing down in your knee a little more with your butt just slightly up, and so your turn actually naturally rounds into the wave direction and not using the rudder there to change into wave direction. So that would have meant that you'd end up catching this wave. You did anyways, but you would have had more mobility to change direction afterwards when you're steering with your body. And let's see, so this all looks pretty good. So if you go back just a second there's this period of time here where you're more downwind and it is kind of flat, but you've lost all your speed, and you can predict that usually in these moments it's not going to last. Like, you're not going to gain speed in this position to continue your overtaking. So you want to try to bail out of these and get back to rig load before the wave rolls under you and then turning away. So if you play it through here, like you're not going to make that wave in front anymore. So at this point you should have probably already started your turn away, because here it comes rolling back. So now you go into your roll, and here you didn't have enough rig load to stay in that wave in front. So that's part of it, is you waited too long downwind, lost speed, and then a wave sort of like arrived underneath you and you were behind on it. So had you gone earlier to rig load, you could be in that wave in front. And this, I think you catch it here. Yeah, a nice body movement, really nice body movement coming aft like that. That's actually perfect. And I think that's a key part of this downwind, is having good body position. So the more you can do that is really important. Yeah, leaning back. So similar here, like what I was going to say on the last one, was don't be afraid to bear off quickly. When it comes to boat speeds down the middle with wave direction, they can be so variable. Like as soon as you lose your wave, you're slowing down, and if you don't have rig load, then you don't really have so much optionality. So I encourage you to actually use more rudder in your bearaways and go hotter by the lee quick. So here, you're not going to make that wave in front. So bear away quicker all the way to by the lee and start pressing immediately, and use rudder to get there, because if we're already slowing, then it's okay to use rudder. Like, don't consider it to be draggy to bear away fast, because you're essentially like arriving quickly to a hot angle. It's kind of like if you think of roll tack, it's like don't sail upwind with leeward heel, right? But coming out of roll tack, you can momentarily have that leeward heel because it allows you to be fast right out of the tack. So think about like slowing down downwind and getting fast, like quick bear away and hot by the lee, so that you can start speeding up earlier and spend less time bearing away to it, because all the time that you're bearing away slowly to by the lee, you don't have rig load until you get there. So you might as well just start fast. Okay, I like the angle you have in this wave. By the end there, you were pretty nicely by the lee. So yeah, you should have no problem catching that. Good second body position, really good second body position. A little extra vang here would definitely help with getting a bit more weather helm into this. Let's see. Also on your bearways, like that one was a bearway towards the lee. You didn't quite get to the lee, but if you had more windward heel, you'd probably end up being able to actually press more power into the sail. But you bore away and you're reasonably flat, and I think it just kind of takes away from the amount of kinetic energy you can actually produce when you get to by the lee. So using a bit more windward heel, I'd say on average on your bearways would be good. I like this little sequence here. You're definitely catching waves, moving body forward and aft. That looks really nice. This should be a nice press to come up. Yep. So here I would say maybe you would, like, ideally you'd have more sheet. So as soon as you get to that point where you're like, okay, I can see this wave is turning to the right and I want to follow that wave to the right, you would want to start trimming more sheet in now and kind of prepping for that. And then when you go to actually lean into the boat right here, and also your body position, if your knee was further into the edge, so you're over the deck, over the side a bit more, you could get more heel. Imagine that with more sheet on, the boat would be a lot more springy and have more weather helm, especially if you had a tiny bit more vang. And then you're actually looking at like this type of upturn actually being accelerating. Not just a change in direction to follow the wave, but also like a leeward heel, round up, flatten, would make sure that you're not going to miss it, and it would give you potentially the opportunity to stay in this wave set in front. See how you're not in the wave set in front, you're in the one behind. So that little extra leeward heel and flatten could have had you up in the wave set in front there. So you're just falling behind now, right? That's kind of the point. So this is good. You're actually following wave alignment here, following wave alignment. Nice sheet drop, nice sheet drop. Not much you can do here except you are starting to slow down again. So you do have to do something. The question you could ask is, you're definitely closer to a broad reach than you are by the lee right now, and the wave direction is closer to the broad reach right now. So you're probably best to get your rig load from the broad reach instead of bearing weight to by the lee right now, because you'd be going with wave direction and you're closer to it. So it would be a good idea to probably round up there. Oops. Frozen. Oh, there we go. Okay, a lot of little cross waves here, so it's nice that you're staying narrow and fast. That looks good. This all looks, oh, that was really nice. Everything you did there was really great. Like a tiny little round up. Let's go back to that for a sec. Okay, so following wave directions as they cross, sometimes they change directions really quick. And so following it up like this. This is getting windward heel and sheeting on at the same time, which balances the boat, makes it want to go straight. And then bam, that little sheet drop, that's perfect. That's exactly how you want to follow a wave back down. So the rounding up with windward heel and sheet on, and then because of the wave changing direction back down, that lean in sheet out is going to help you catch those waves that are more towards the left. So again, that was the same body movement, really nice propulsion there. That looked good. Okay, and we're falling off, so this is when you want to take that fast bear away. So you get out of wave alignment and get to by the lee quick, and don't waste too much time with it, because what we want to make sure is that this turn, if you have more power in the sail when you make this turn, that you won't lose a wave. And you had medium power in the sail when you made this turn. So you don't make that wave completely. Yeah, you did make it. Okay, nice. Yeah, you did make it, but it was a little dodgy. So that's why you want to make sure those big, quick, like fast barrowways and hit the lee and bounce back off of it will make sure that you don't miss those. And there we go, that's the sit back we're looking for. So that was well timed. Sheet tension looks good here. Vang not as much. And then we're looking for our opportunity to get back down. There it is. That looks really fun. I'm jealous. That was a nice little bearway. That's good. Zing. Okay, let's see this here. Yeah, so there's a new wave direction. So again, not quite enough leeward heel even to help you get into that one. Nice, working for it. And I think here you want to be pressing back to leeward again. So the more kind of pulling with your sheet out like that, dead downwind, is not going to be that effective. You're going to have to get the rig to move again and either round back up or round back down. Especially when you're trying to overtake waves, you want to try to push the boat nice and flat. There it is. Okay, and that's again another opportunity where you could have done a faster bearway to a hotter by the lee. And that's just to make sure that you catch this next wave right after. So I think that was it. Yeah, generally, I think you sailed quite well. It looked like a lot of fun. The faster bearways using more rudder and basically with more windward heel as well. So more rudder, more windward heel, arrive to by the lee earlier, faster, and press like big energy into the boat, and that'll make sure that you don't miss those waves. Rounding up, making sure that you've got enough sheet on to round up to initiate the upturn, and you're pressing hard enough to leeward and getting that leeward heel as well. So I think it's a heel to change direction thing a little bit. Generally body position looked pretty good, minus the fact that you do need that extra additional weight in each extreme, but generally you were in the right position to be able to do that. Just had to kind of commit a bit harder, like getting up off your butt and putting your knee further down, that type of thing. And then I really liked that you're pulling towards the back and middle, so your life jacket towards the camera. I thought that looked really good. Boom bang's a big thing that needs to be a little tighter, and yeah, otherwise it looked really fun and a great downwind. So thanks for sharing that, Toshi. I hope this helps.